meet your home team. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 4.
Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniel. And it's Risacher in at the three, the small forward.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Atlanta on D after the missed three from Trae Young. Pass to Silk. And taken away by Johnson. Young outside. Johnson kicks to Young. Cranes the three-pointer. Young's got 6 points.
Well, he is so effective on ball, we know that, but Young is also a great shooter off the catch.
Here's Dub. Daniels with the double team. And Dub gets it to go.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Guys?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
He gets it in there.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
And yes, it's good.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Stripped away. And here comes the break. There's the bodyguard. Trains the wing Trae.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Really left alone that Trae Young. 11 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
An easy 2 points on the layup. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shot to get this game underway. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter, and he gets the bucket.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense has no answer.
Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Risacher. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Here's Dub, defended by Young. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East. Dub.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Pass to the bodyguard. It's tipped. And now here comes Daniels, leading the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Usually Daniels is the one starting the break with a steal, but he can do the heavy lifting on the other side of the play too.
And last season's most improved player, and Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started.
Clock is at 3. Here's Tubb, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu comes in for Rizachet. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Daniels. Hawks on D, following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. Pass to Dub. From 18 feet away, and it's in off the backboard. Dub's got 8.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Over to the left wing. Here's the break. He flew in there. Wow! And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 13.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Doubled by Okongwu. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now, here is Young. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. And here we go. Fast break with Kay.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
29 seconds left in the first. Out to Porzingis. Johnson outside. Here's Dub, defended by Young. For 3, buries the long-range jumper.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They lead by 12. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Kennard. Then it's Okongwu. And Gay is in a power forward.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's a killer two-handed slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
The Hawks trail by 19. Here's Alexander Walker. Still without a basket. Shot to stop the run. And they're pushing it up. Back to Jay. beyond the arc. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a quick look at some of the numbers for him. Right wing. Back to Daniels. Here's Rieseshay. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Here's the bodyguard, and Young comes over to help. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Che, and he drops it in from the low post. Che's got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to change.
Gay misses. Gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Daniel. Back to Young. They need this one. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Young. Daniels has got 5 now.
Yeah, he's getting out of that baby. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
No run-of-the-mill stuff there.
No.
Fellas putting something extra on it.
Greg, can you believe that? My goodness.
Well, that will go in the highlight package for tonight. I'm certain of it.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Just 5 to shoot. Dub drills it from outside. He's got 13.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Gay. Here's Daniels. It's Young on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Yep, that one goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Atlanta making a switch here. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the lead in block.
A baseline Jay, counting. He has 29.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Outside Daniel. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Drills the three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left to play here in the half. Here's Silk. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Poke loose. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Ball goes
And a moment now to see some numbers for Trae Young.
second in assists, and don't forget top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat night in and night out.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Porzingis high post. Pass to Daniels. 5 to shoot. And here's Young from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Dub, defended by Young. Shea outside. Lets it go from 11, and it's good for 2. Shea's got 4 this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
32 seconds left in the first half. Here's Dub, defended by Young.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. From past the arc, another 3 for Atlanta.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Pass to the bodyguard. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, it's great awareness on his part.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided. Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Thanks for stopping by.
They're efficient. They play to their strength. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots.
And we've got the playoff. And that's a halftime wrap.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Shea is out there with the bodyguard. And it's Dub, and it's Silk. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Out to the right wing. Reza Shea with it. Hasn't made one yet. 4 on the clock. From deep. Shot is no good. Now 9 for 13 from the floor. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Launches it. Sinks the triple.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Reza Shea ready to go once he got it.
They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Silk. Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Reza Shea. Clock at 4. And that one's good, the bodyguard. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coaches got